Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good Friday morning. I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Kyle Keel. We are going to have rain move into eastern Iowa here later this morning into the afternoon, and eventually that will mix with and transition over to snow here toward the evening hours, and that will continue as snow overnight into Saturday. So threat tracker is in the red because we do have a winter weather advisory in effect for a good chunk of eastern Iowa. So all of these counties shaded in purple, that's where we are expecting the accumulating snow, mainly in the 2 to 5 inch range. Far north and far south will likely end up in that trace to 2 inch category. We'll show you that snowfall map here in just a moment. First, we're going to walk you through hour by hour with future track. Here we are at 8 o'clock this morning. Things are nice and dry. If you're looking at the radar early this morning, it looks very active, but we have a lot of dry air in place. So as that atmosphere saturates here later this morning, we will start to see that rain reach the ground, and it will be a chilly rain at that. Highway 20 points to the south. We will see some scattered rain showers here through 11 o'clock this morning. And then by the afternoon, as that low pressure strengthens, we'll get a little more moisture in eastern Iowa. The rain will track north and become a little more widespread. So the question is, when does this rain mix with and transition to snow? So around the Highway 20 corridor here at 3 o'clock, Future Track is suggesting that we will start that transition. I have a feeling that it is still going to be in the form of liquid here in Waterloo, Independence, Manchester, Dubuque, probably a little bit of a rain-snow mix the farther north you live. And it's also going to be a pretty sharp cutoff here in northern Iowa. So Decorah, New Hampton, Lansing, you might have a chance of staying dry here throughout the entire day and maybe not get in on the snow until later tonight. So as we go between 3 and 5, that's when we will start to notice more of that transition from rain over to some snow. And then that transition will continue slowly but surely here from north to south here through the overnight hours. We could be talking about some locally heavy bands of snow setting up, and that's likely where it's going to add up to that 2 to 5 inch range. As far as the road conditions go, they probably will be a little slick and a little slushy here later tonight into tomorrow morning as those road temperatures do cool down. Here we are at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Most of the viewing area will be seeing some snow, so if you have to do any early morning travel, visibility will be a bit reduced. Notice that sharp cutoff here in our northern counties. That's what I was talking about. Within a 10 or 20 mile radius, we could be talking about a dusting to maybe 2 inches of snow. So that track of the snow is all important here as we head throughout the next 24 to 36 hours. By noontime tomorrow, we will be left with some scattered snow showers, and that will wind down from northwest to southeast as we head throughout the day. So putting it all together, your snowfall forecast, a lot going on here on this map. So the swath with the winter weather advisory, that's going to be 2 to 5 inches. So roughly Highway 18 to Interstate 80. That's where we'll see that 2 to 5 inch range. I know it's kind of a range, but it's going to be one of those situations where one side of town could have 2 inches, the other side could have 3 to 4 inches. So that's why we have that range for you. There are some indications that we could see that heavier band of snow set up near Dubuque and Manchester and Monticello. That's where we painted 4 to 6 inches, and there could be locally higher amounts within any of these bands of snow. Where we linger with rain a little more late into the night tonight, we will see a trace of 2 inches in our southern counties. And then there's that sharp cutoff I was talking about here to the north, where we'll see a trace to 2 inches. So, of course, anytime you can see this map on kwwl.com, and we will keep you updated throughout the day. So here's a look at the forecast. The temperatures are going to stay in the 30s today, so that's why we're going to primarily stay a chilly rain. Tonight, we're only going to fall back to the upper 20s to lower 30s, so that's why we're forecasting that wet snow. So it's going to be a little more difficult to shovel, but good packing snow if you want to get the kids and play out in it with some snowball fights and snowmen here tomorrow. But you get the idea. It is going to be windy here through tomorrow with those wind gusts, but potentially up to 30 or 40 miles per hour. City by city forecast shows those 30s continuing here this weekend. Where we get the heavier bands of snow setting up, which right now looks around Dubuque, Cedar Rapids, we could see temperatures a little cooler in the upper 20s. There's a look at the 10-day forecast, and you'll notice that we're pretty consistent with the 30s here over the next 10 days, and we'll have overnight lows in the teens and 20s.